Hi. So I'm kind of doing, like a little bit of work right now, and I just figured, kind of missed you guys. So I wanted to talk to you about something very important to me. It's on loving yourself and that you are a very good mother. And to kind of just, talk a little bit more about what we go through and how we kind of put our own self-care, meaning from a woman's perspective, uh, on the back burner. We always look out for our families, for our husbands, our children, um, you know, anybody except for us, and we always put ourselves, our needs, our wants on, in the back. So um, there's a book that I'm reading. It's called Embrace Your Magnificence by Fabienne Fredrickson, and I'm quite obsessed with it. It's very important to me, this book, and I've went through a lot of self-learning myself. Me and my husband, we went recently to a Tony Robbins event, which I can't speak highly enough of him. And, we walked on fire. And there were a couple of things that I found out about myself that I was kind of surprised about. And this book really does amplify it heavily. So I wanted to read a little chapter for you and, talk a little bit about that. So I guess you could kind of think about this as a bedtime story by Karolina Romaniuk. Well, not by me. It's written by Fabienne Fredrickson, but it's spoken by me. So the first chapter is Value, Honor, and Love Yourself. The truth about you. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve love and affection. Buddha. If you guys are signing in and you're watching, I see that there's a wonderful viewer. I just want to know who that person is. So if you would be so kind to like the video and share it with any of your other friends, that would be so important to me and to them, so everybody can also see the video as well. So I'm going to continue on with the book. So imagine that you are holding two babies who come from different families and totally different cultures. Each will end up speaking a different language and looking quite different. But right now, looking down at these two babies you are holding, one on each arm, they are looking up at you, gurgling, smiling, with their sweet little gazes sinking into your eyes. What you can feel from each baby is all of the love that is available in the world. When you are looking down at them, looking from one to the other, is there one that you feel deserves more love than the other? Is there one who is better and more deserving of warmth, nourishment, and hugs than the other? Is there one who is more worthy than the other? How does your heart answer these questions? As you look down at these babies who you are holding, no matter what they look like, no matter where they come from or who they will eventually become, neither baby is born more deserving than each other. Each has immense value and is just as worthy as the other. Both are deserving of the highest amount of love, compassion, and care. In fact, it's not just these two particular babies, but all babies in the world. Pair up any two children born into drastically different circumstances, and each will still have unconditional worth and unconditional love. And the same is true for you. You were a baby once, and you had unconditional worth then. You still have unconditional worth now. The truth can never be taken away from you. There are no limitations or restrictions that can be put on your innate value. There are no conditions or exceptions that make this not true. The degree to which you deserve love and all the abundance in the world is unlimited. You were made a magnificent person who has always and will always have unconditional love. This cannot be disputed. You innately have great value no matter what you've done, what happened to you, or what others have said or done to you. It's your birthright. The fact that you are a good person can never be taken away from you. All people are good at the core. Even bad people are good at the core. They've just chosen behaviors and actions that aren't true to their nature. Whenever someone is judged, he is judged for his behavior, not his core value. Behaviors can be poor or even awful, but not the person. And behaviors can be changed in an instant. If you feel if you peel away all your experiences, all the external circumstances, and get back down to the core of who you are as a person, back to the baby that you once were, you realize that in fact that the baby now, you, are just grown up. You are all love and you are all deserving. Great things are in store for you. Realize and live into the fact that you have unconditional, unquestionable worth and unconditional love. That is remarkable. Yeah, the first time that I read that, I kind of shed a tear. And one of the pieces that Tony tells us is that there are two things that I remember significantly. One is you can change your state, however you're feeling, like that in an instant. So if you ever feel at any point anxiety coming on, stressful, you know you're not sleeping and things are really just getting to you, even if it's at work or it's your spouse or it's your child or anything like that, you literally just change your state just like that. Think happy thoughts, smile, force it on yourself if you have to. Eventually, it will just become more of a second nature. You have two choices when you wake up in the morning. One is either you can choose to be happy, or two, you can choose and have the world's problems on your shoulders, which you can be grumpy, sad, pissed off. So when I wake up in the morning, I choose to be happy, to smile, not to take things too seriously, have childlike faith that everything will always work out. Smile, I'm going to say that twice because it's very important. You always want to giggle. You know, enjoy life, enjoy your kids, enjoy your family. Don't feel as though everything is time pressured, time sensitive. You need time for yourself as well. Make sure that you are having time for self care. I know I keep saying that word over and over and over again, time, time, time. Yet sometimes being a mom, being a woman, we feel as though we don't have enough time and that we need to give time to others. But I want to tell you that, you know, you are the main person in your household as well that needs to take time for yourself. Because if you don't take care of yourself, then you can't, nobody else will be taken care of. And you are the waterfall effect of how your family is. So if you're happy, everyone else is happy. The other thing that I wanted to mention to you, what I learned from the Tony Robbins event, is that we are, there's no such thing as a broken person. And that really hit home. There were a lot of things that I learned in those couple of days, thanking my husband that he took me there. So one of the most important factors that I got out of there is that you're not broken. And sometimes, you know, I've had people mention to me that that's how they feel like, and that they don't know what to do, and it just, you know, kind of downfalls from there. So remember that you are loved, you deserve love, and you are a great mom, a great friend, a great wife, and always make time for yourself. Love you guys. Sweet dreams. Talk to you soon. Bye.